Oh, it's lovely because it stops you jumping on the milkman, really. Just think about them a bit. I'm not so much now. I love my darling Leo anyway, so I don't have that one. But it is. I do think it keeps one out of trouble, because if you're thinking about them a lot. And Leo, was interviewed by some Daily Mail, said, "I have to kick our heroes out of bed." So I was muttering about Rupert in my sleep or something.
I suppose the golden rule for writers is to write about what you know, but I'm not sure that's the case when it comes to creating a fully blown romantic hero. Look at the Bronte sisters. There they were, stuck in this remote Yorkshire parsonage. They were hardly seasoned women of the world, and yet they created some of the most alluring and memorable love objects ever.
He was cultured, well-travelled, he was brooding.
But also that sort of quiet demeanour and intellectual, sensitive nature.
And yet, at the same time, he's a liar, he's a cheat, he's a deceiver.
Charlotte Bronte's childhood is famous. She grew up here with her sisters Emily and Anne in the bleak Yorkshire village of Haworth. From an early age, they were writing fantasy novels based on their brother's toy soldiers. Their father, Patrick Bronte, was the local vicar. Outwardly, Charlotte Bronte was leading a life of unimpeachable piety. But here in this study, nevertheless, she was hanging out with some highly unsuitable men. Her most famous creation, Mr. Rochester from Jane Eyre, could not have been more different from Jane Austen's Mr. Darcy.
Charlotte Bronte didn't like Jane Austen at all. She thought it was all far too polite. She thought that these were people who didn't have real emotions because they weren't experiencing these sort of great romantic tempests.
Charlotte Bronte called Austen's work a highly cultivated garden with neat borders and delicate flowers. No glimpse of open country, no Blue Hill, no Bonnie Beck. And in Mr. Rochester, Charlotte created a hero who was every bit as weathered and as granite-featured as the Yorkshire moors on which she lived. Jane meets Mr. Rochester shortly after she arrives at Thornfield Hall, where she's employed as the governess.
Quiet, pilot! Damn it.
Are you injured, sir?
Get away from me, you witch.
Jane Eyre has a quick imagination, and we see him first through her eyes.
I cannot think of leaving you until I see you're fit to mount your horse.
And somehow I think he's projected in a way that he's a kind of mysterious supernatural character almost. There's this Gytrash horse. She hears the clattering hooves and she thinks of this horse. So he comes to us as a portent. And that sort of alarm clusters around him. He has a dark, stranger aspect to him, and there's this mystery behind him.
I knew my traveller with his broad and jetty eyebrows, his square forehead made squarer by the horizontal sweep of his black hair. I recognised his decisive nose, more remarkable for character than beauty, his full nostrils denoting, I thought, choler, his grim mouth, chin and jaw, yes, all three were very grim and no mistake. His shape, now divested of cloak, I perceived harmonised in squareness with his physiognomy.